Hi, welcome to A Little Good News with Tara. I'm Tara, and I wanted to share some stories with you today about creative people doing extraordinary things with trash. Okay, here goes. It is estimated 8 million pieces of plastic makes its way into our oceans every day. Here are some stories about people doing something about that. But before I give you these stories, did you know, because I didn't know, sea turtles eat jellyfish, and plastic bags look like jellyfish. Now, I'm not too sure what that does to sea turtles, but it can't be that good. I mean, what if humans tried to do that? Eat bags. It wouldn't end good. So, um, these people, my hats are off to you, because the least little thing we can do adds up. Can you imagine if everybody did something to help keep the waters clean? That would make a difference. I'm sure it would. Okay, my first story is about Richard Soa. He lives on an island in Mexico. He lives on an island that he built himself. It's made out of trash. He describes it as a lasagna. It's got trash on the bottom, and then a layer of sod and sand, and then more trash, and then more sod and sand. He even has trees, small trees growing on this island. Underneath it, what keeps it afloat, over 150,000 plastic bottles. They're in mesh bags. They're tied together. It sounds so cool, don't it? I would love to visit that island. The trees that he has growing on the island, the roots combined with the mesh bags under the island, just helps glue it all together. So he has a working restroom. He has a kitchen spot where he does his cooking. It looks like it's made out of mirrors and all kinds of recycled stuff. So, and he collects rainwater. So it's that's amazing. You live on this island. You're able to eat and drink on this island, do what you need to do, take a shower, and it's made out of trash. That's the coolest thing ever. For one thing, it's getting rid of a bunch of trash, and it's like, I just find it to be the coolest thing ever. Now, I got him off of YouTube. Also, there was this show not too many years back called The Coolest Thing I Ever Made. And I remember this guy from being on that show. That's definitely a cool thing. There was a beach trash art show in Grand Haven, Michigan. A group of people collected over 400 pounds of trash in 1 year, put what they had collected into individual boxes, and asked 25 local artists to take a box and make art out of the items in the box. And they did. And I got to see this in the video, and it was beautiful what they made out of trash. So that's super cool. Okay, at 47 years old, Angela Pozzi lost her husband. She was longing for inner peace and calm in her life. She started taking long walks on the beach. It seems like this was Oregon. I don't remember where this was, but she noticed about every step she took was a piece of trash. WashedAshore.org was born. Angela and countless volunteers, including children, have collected over 35 tons of trash and turned the trash into over 80 sculptures depicting sea animals. And those sculptures, I saw those, that were really big, and just amazing, out of trash. These sculptures can be seen in various zoos, aquariums, and botanical gardens across North America. Their goal is to bring awareness to what is in our water. If they can pull out 35 tons of trash, just a certain group of people, how much is actually in our waters, you know? What are the poor fish and such have to deal with, poor things? Okay, now this is a little different. This isn't exactly about a beach, but it's still cool, just the same. In the country of Paraguay, located in South America, there is a Recycled Orchestra. I invite you to look up Recycled Orchestra because it's one of the most amazing things I've seen. It's children that are playing instruments that are made out of whatever's in the trash dump. Even the strings are recycled. It's so cool, and they sound so great. Let's see. The Recycled Orchestra began around 2008 in a slum built on a landfill. Now, keep in mind, it's in Paraguay. Paraguay, excuse me. It's a impoverished country. There's, it's. I would say poverty is a good word to say about this area, but these kids, if they don't end up doing bad things, they're just not a lot to do there. But this man, and I don't have his name written in front of me, I'm sorry, but he wanted to teach, but he lacked the funds for the instruments, and he collaborated with a local garbage picker and carpenter, Nicholas Gomez. They created functional violins, cellos, guitars, and wind instruments from landfill waste. Even the strings were recycled. The orchestra gained international fame, known as the Landfill Harmonic, demonstrating the power of creativity and resilience. That's crazy, and I love the fact that there are kids in this. There's small children all the way up through, 16, 17-year-olds, and that they can be a part of something so cool is amazing. And the story before this one, where Angela and volunteers have collected over 300 tons of trash, that's all including children. So I really like that these people are including children and teaching them some really good things here. This one is a little different still. People in many countries are making homes out of plastic bottles. What they're doing is they're getting plastic bottles like the 20-ounce drinks or the 2-liter bottles, Gatorade bottles, whatever they can find, I guess. And some of these countries, the trash is plentiful around where these people are doing such extraordinary things. So doing the best with what you got, that's what I'd call this. They're building these homes, they're putting dirt in these plastic bottles, and they're taking a stick and they're packing it down and putting more dirt all the way to the top till that bottle's good and tight with dirt. And then they're stacking them, and they're covering, I think it's with cob. Cob is a mixture of clay, sand, water, and straw. And people are living in these homes, and they're lasting. A cob house is made up of clay, sand, water, and straw. There are many cob houses around the world, from Africa to England, and are popular in the south western part of the U.S. So they're saying that cob houses can last over like 200 years. I find that to be amazing. I bet you have to keep it up, things go wrong. You might have to patch this or do something with a roof or what have you, but people have places to stay, and it's made out of earth, so that is super cool. I did see a video where here in the U.S., people were making cob houses, and they were taking junk, like old car doors with the roll-up windows, and they're putting them in their cob houses, and that makes for a window. You just roll your window up and down, and I find that to be cool, really cool. If you've ever seen the videos about the Earth ships in Taos, New Mexico, they are pioneering off-grid sustainable homes built from recycled materials like tires, bottles, and cans. Designed for complete self-sufficiency. I've even got my glasses on, and I'm not reading my own writing, so what does that say? Designed for complete self-sufficiency, these homes use passive solar, rain harvesting, and indoor food production to operate independently. So, just out of junk, pure junk, trash. You can build a home to live in. You can build an island to live on and give tours. And by the way, this guy makes an income of giving tours on his island, so he not only has a place to stay, he has an income coming in. And in Paraguay, the kids with the recycled instruments made from whatever they find in the dump, I mean, these people are touring. So that I find that amazing. And the lady Angela, Angela Potsy, she has that washedashore.org. If you ever get a chance, look that up, washedashore.org. The sculptures would just amaze you. And like I say, they bring children into that and let them help, and they have volunteers to help the kids build these sculptures. So, yeah, I find that to be a little good news. I appreciate all of you watching. Y'all have a great day.